Well, they're boycotting the NBA. They're boycotting the NBA. And I know a lot of y'all are sitting there like, oh my gosh, what are we gonna do? The Lakers, ooh, they're boycotting these privileged pricks. They're so privileged. Why would they do this? This is ridiculous. They should just be playing. Wada wada yada yada yada. Sounding real slave owner like, as usual. Nothing new, nothing changed. As usual. You know what I mean? A lot of you guys see these players as people that are objects for your entertainment, that perform for you on a court, and you watch them and you celebrate. And they're not actually human beings with families that live in this reality. You know, when they step off the court, they have children. I know this blows your mind. You might not have known this. They actually, some of them have children, right? Whoa. What? Families, right? Cousins, uncles, brothers, sisters. First and second cousins, right? And they have people that live outside of that NBA world that may not be as recognizable. A lot of people love to attack LeBron when he says stuff. Oh, to be a millionaire and complaining about the problems in America, how stuck up and how privileged. Which, that's another story, because you guys conflate financial privilege with racial privilege, which to me, I thought, and this is me being the most respectful as I can, so please, like, bear with me, but I thought that was an elementary concept. And it's grown like 40-year-old men and women still not understanding it, of all colors. A lot of people don't get that concept. And I'm like sitting here like, wow, maybe I'm just a genius because I got it like this, right? For example, the NFL player, remember he wrote a whole, not a book, but he wrote a whole thing about it, a letter about it, how he felt when he was walking through the plaza. I think I mentioned this before too, but he was walking through the plaza and shots rang out and the little security and police ran and they saw him. He's big, black, he's a football player, right? Probably the richest person in the square. According to you guys, he's too privileged to be complaining about the problems of America, right? Police saw him, he's big, he's burly, he must have done it. Boom, tackled him. He was holding hands with his little daughter. And they had a gun in his neck and he thought he was about to die and yada yada. Oops, they found out it was the wrong person, let him go. It was a oops. My mistake, right? Geniuses, cops. But it was their mistake. And he was the most privileged one there, according to you guys. He was the most rich one there. I mean, he had millions of dollar contract. But he was the one that had a gun in his neck. And a dude that might have been on food stamps, welfare, could have been Caucasian, walking through the plaza with the least amount of privilege to you because he's poor, right? Walked right by, life nowhere near threatened, right? That's the concept. That's the concept. Considering, someone tweeted this, considering the Bucks have a player on the team that literally got his neck knelt on and tased by the police, which I can't believe y'all don't remember this. Oh, you guys only care when they're scoring buckets for you, right? I'm sorry. That's on me, I forgot. Considering they have a player that literally got his neck knelt on and tased by the police, I'm not shocked that they're the first team to boycott. Seems like everyone forgot about that story too. That was Sterling Brown. If you don't remember, you can go ahead and look that up. He talked all about it. He got, they used a stun gun. He got tased. It was on January 22nd. He was waiting for a citation, bada. Excessive force, right? It seems to be when it's of the African-American descent. They look at it as more threatening, just like the dude. I love the example of the dude in the plaza because it's just like, that's it right there. They see somebody who's black. God forbid you're male and bigger. Of course, it's like, oh my gosh, he's scary. We're scared now, so we're going to be a little more on edge. We're going to grab the gun. Or Breonna Taylor, we knocked on the wrong door. Oops. Like, that was a life-ending mistake. Right? And if you bust into somebody's house. Never mind. I'm not going to get into that because I know you guys are going to try to throw rebuttals at that, and I don't want to hear it. I don't want you to embarrass yourself in the comments. What I'm saying is that this boycott, I think it's good. I support it. I mean... obviously, but you know, I don't care more about the Lakers or my team winning than my reality. This is my reality. That has actually happened to me before. Now, I didn't get shot, obviously, but literally, I was in high school. They pulled me over with my youth pastor and my friend David in the car, and we were driving to El Torito to eat with the class. They're gonna pull us over talking about, oh, well, we thought, well, first of all, they use a little loudspeakers, get out the car. Guns. I said, oh my gosh, they have guns. Now, this is back before this stuff was really going on, so I wasn't really woke like that. So I was just like, oh, they're not gonna shoot. Plus I had a hoodie on, you know. So of course I had a hoodie, a black hoodie at that. So you know me, you know. They might have thought, I don't know what they thought, but yeah, they had the guns out and everything. And then she came in late. They let us go in because we were obviously kids. Like what? We just stole a car in the middle of a school day. I went to an academy with a uniform on. Like what? Do I look like a thief? I had the hoodie on over the uniform, I'll give you that. But I mean, everybody else had a uniform. But we stole a car in the middle of the day, broad daylight. They're gonna stop us with guns. Time to get out the car. So they let us go, and then later the youth pastor came in. She told us that they thought that she had stolen the car because there's a lot of thefts in the area. So they were looking, and then we turned into the El Torito parking lot too quick, and our back plate had nothing. It was just like the dealership thing, like she had just gotten the car. So they thought that meant she stole it. I said, look around this parking lot. Look how many of those are in the back of everyone else's car. But we stole it. Guns out. What if one of the officers had a bad day? One of the officers was scared. What if I was scared and I was like, oh my gosh, I flinched at something, boom, they shot. I could be not here. You could have never seen my face ever. Just because of that split-second decision. That's not okay, right? Like, is this something that I have to tell you, or did you know that? Are you getting this, or like, I'm confused? You know what I mean? And it's a little hot in here, so I'm sweating. But that doesn't distract from the point. I think this boycott is good, honestly. And I hate to say this, and I know a lot of you guys are gonna hate to hear it, because this entertainment is way more important to you than this, because this is not your reality. When you step out of the house, you've never been followed around in the store for stealing, or maybe once or twice. That happens all the time. And I've never stolen anything from any store. Right? So this happens all the time. I won't even go there, but I'm in the South right now. Yeah. So, you know what I mean? You guys don't have to live with this reality. So I understand that you don't get it. I understand that you might not care as much. You just want people play. Put the ball through the hoop, boy. I get it. Well, I don't get it. I actually have something called empathy and sympathy. So when I see people going through things, I'm not just thinking of myself and self. But, you know, that's just me. But you guys don't have that, so I understand that you don't really get it. You know, to you, it's just like these privileged people are walking out on behalf of their families and their children, but I want to see them play, so they should play. You know what I mean? I get it. But understand that you're not the center of the universe. And I know that's a lot to take in right now, because no one ever told you that. You're not the center of the universe. There are other people existing. There are people going through things. Just because you don't experience it and you just had to learn about it shorthandedly, by the way. Are we going to talk about the education system and what they teach? I mean, they teach us Christopher Columbus was a good guy. They teach us that the Pilgrims had Thanksgiving dinner with the natives, you know. So, yeah. I mean, clearly from the education system, we're getting the short hand of the stick and you guys are being coddled. You know, a nice version of your history. It's just not the truth. It was vicious, and I hate to be the one to break it to you. You know, so I understand why you wouldn't get it. You know, you wouldn't get it. But this is just the reality. You know, and until y'all decide to help out, it's going to be like this. We got to work together, but you guys don't see that. You just want these privileged, stuck-up, spoiled brats to play. So we're probably going to be stuck in this for a while. But to me, I think they should end the season. Because that's just the most powerful statement you could send. And it makes us focus on these issues. This stuff is still happening even though your favorite player is putting a ball through the hoop. It's still happening on a daily basis, on a weekly basis. Why aren't they rioting for other races? Why wouldn't you? Get out there and riot. I mean, not riot, protest. There have been peaceful protests going on every single day since George Floyd, which was months ago. CNN and Fox stopped televising it. Y'all favorite publications stopped televising it because it's not conflict. Right? Soon as riots bubbled up in Portland, ooh, look, coverage comes back. Ooh, look, let's cover that. But the peaceful protests that's been going on in New York, have you heard anything of that? No, because it doesn't generate clicks. It's not dramatic enough for your favorite publication. So you would never know. I know, because I actually look things up for myself and I don't watch this drivel that you guys watch. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. I don't know what else to tell you. I think this NBA has been a fun distraction. Love the NBA, but at this point, I mean, not at this point. It's always been bigger than the NBA. And spray painting Black Lives Matter on the court is not enough. You know what I mean? Kneeling is not enough right now. You know what I mean? Clearly, because all you guys are doing is they're spoiled brats. You guys repeat the same things. You have no answers for what's going on. Everybody is in the wrong. Every time somebody gets shot, you look and you watch it, looking for something that the person did wrong to justify it. That's called a mental illness. That's called a sickness. And I'm looking right in the camera lens to tell you that. And please take this and cut this clip and show it to your doctor. You need medicine. You need help. And that's not a diss. Imagine looking at something like, you know what I mean? But then when we see Dylan Roof slaughter people and be apprehended with no violence and then taken to Burger King to get a McWhopper, everything's fine, right? That's how the police are supposed to do their job. I don't care if the person just finished or doing this or stealing or, ooh, he was reaching for. You don't get to kill them. In the Blake situation, they said, well, he was reaching for something. Someone pulled up a video just like this of a white male, Caucasian male, reaching in his car for something, throwing stuff at the cop, fighting the cop. The cop never pulled the trigger, subdued him. They know how to do their job in those situations, right? So in the Black, he reached into the vehicle and it's a death sentence. I'm confused. Who authorized you to be able to take life that willingly? And then why is it that we're only, you know what I mean, we're only on edge and suspicious when it's that type of life, you know? But these are questions that are too advanced for your minds because you're still hung up on why aren't my favorite players putting the ball through the hoop? You guys are tearing things up. You call everyone snowflakes. You're the most sensitive I've seen. You're throwing a temper tantrum behind the screen right now because I'm right. Laker Prophet been right because guess what? Go back to the very first video I did about this. Should the NBA even come back? What did I say? I said no. Laker Prophet right again. And on that note, I'm going to leave. That's about it. I just wanted to come on here and just talk to y'all. You know what I mean? That's just how I feel. If they restart it up, cool, great. I think they'd be wise to just, not wise, but like, you know, it would be a statement, the most powerful statement they could send is just canceling the season. I mean, that would just boom, right? But if not, it is what it is. I'm not mad at it. Whatever they decide, it is what it is. But right now, it's a boycott. And what are y'all going to do about it? Whine? Cry? Throw a tantrum? I know. That's all you do. You don't do anything. You don't help anybody. You're useless. You just sit there and cry and get mad when people protest peacefully. And then you use the little instances of riots that are way outweighed by peaceful protests going on daily. There's so many more peaceful protests than riots, but you use those to discount the riots. You know what I mean? Like, you're useless. You're one of those. You know, you're useless. And, you know, I just can't. So I'm out. And what are you going to do about it? That's my question. What in the world are you going to do about it? Are you mad? You're mad? Ooh, they boycotted. Are you mad? What are you going to do about it? Exactly. So either help, be useful, or just be useless in your corner. Stop typing on Twitter, getting mad at the players. Stop going on Instagram and tantruming. You're useless. And get used to that. And that's it. And that's it. And you hated to hear it. And I'm out. And I'm out. Period.